Good Monday evening, everyone. It's weather for Weather Geeks time. Hope you had a good Monday, even though the weather wasn't that great. We had another one of those just damp and cool and misty days today. Temperatures struggled all day. It was kind of like the day we had Thursday, just a few days ago. And the weekend, thankfully, was a lot nicer. All right, we're almost to the end of the month. Wanted to take a quick take stock of where we are so far in April. Of course, April overall has been warm, even though lately we've had a lot of cooler than average days. Here's a look at the Aprils going back to 1995, so basically the last 20 years, and right here is this year. As you can see, this has been a warmer April than the last few years. In fact, the warmest April here in Youngstown since 2010, so it's been 5 years since we've had an April that has been this warm. Now, of course, our averages, or our average temperature for the month, will continue sliding a little bit with the continuation of the general cool weather for the next few days, but nonetheless, this should end up being at least a little bit warmer than last April was. In the last 20 years, our warmest April was back in 2010 with an average temperature of 55.1. And as of this evening, let's see, where is 2015? We were at 50.7 for April of 2015. All right, today the clouds have stuck around even though the drizzle has moved on. I'm recording this at about 7:05 p.m. It's only 43 here in Youngstown, 45 in Newcastle, 45 over at the Akron-Fulton Airport, and 44 at the Akron-Canton Regional Airport. We're going to hang on to these clouds for a good chunk of the night tonight, although, as you can see, there's a little clearing out to the north here that might try to work in. Might also be a few patches of fog overnight. But things are looking up as we go into midweek. I'll show you why in just a second. First of all, big storm system down here in the south, where we've had lots of severe weather over the last couple of days. Still some severe thunderstorm warnings far southeast Texas into parts of Louisiana as well, and the threat for severe weather probably is going to extend into the night tonight, unfortunately. So it's been not a good situation for parts of the deep south. Let me take off the satellite here. There's been some tornadic activity down in the south, and you have to look kind of hard. Always watch these videos in HD, by the way. But where you see the yellow colors here, that's where there's been some rotation in thunderstorms going back several hours. So as you can see, there's been plenty of that down here in parts of the southeast with our storms over the last 12 to 24 hours. Pretty incredible video I posted on my Facebook page earlier, Twitter as well, of a elevated train being blown over just outside of New Orleans. So mean-looking storms down there. This storm system, the center of low pressure out here, is going to basically move through the deep south over the next couple of days, tracking too far south to be really any kind of an issue for us. So let's talk about our midweek weather here. I'm going to skip ahead to tomorrow morning. Tomorrow's the 28th. Actually, let's just go right ahead to tomorrow afternoon. There's our storm in the south, right along the Gulf Coast. Up across the northern tier of states, we've got a weak front pushing through here. We're just kind of in between systems. Kind of an uneventful day for tomorrow with some sunshine. So it's going to be a nicer day. We'll get close to 60 in the afternoon. On Wednesday, again, our storm system is down in the south with rain in Charlotte and Atlanta and thunderstorms down in Florida. Could be some severe weather in parts of Florida that day. Up here across the Great Lakes and Ohio Valley, I think clouds will start to thicken on Wednesday, but any shower activity probably tries to hold off until Wednesday night into Thursday. We're going to be seeing moisture increasing. This doesn't look like a lot, but a few showers around certainly as we go towards Wednesday night and into Thursday as well. We've got an upper level trough moving overhead. Show you this here on the 500 millibar chart. About 18,000 feet. Look at this thing. A pretty healthy looking trough kind of pumping in from the north. This is going to rotate through pretty quickly, and that's a good thing because it'll be out of our hair as we head towards the weekend. So this is Thursday. And then as we go towards May 1st on Friday, here's the first day of May on Friday. Notice that upper level low already pushing off the east coast, and while there is a general trough on the east coast, a ridge is pumping into the Midwest, and this is what finally is going to come east as we head towards the weekend. So things are looking good. Here's a look at Saturday. We're getting into that more favorable pattern here. Not exactly a huge ridge overhead or anything like that, but better than a trough of low pressure overhead, that much is for certain. And temperatures this day, let me take off the upper level heights here. Saturday afternoon, we could be talking about, let's see here, mid-60s. That sounds about right, 64, 65 on Saturday. And as we go into Sunday, another pretty good looking day, I think, coming up. Zoom into our local area here. And Sunday, we're pushing 70 probably Sunday afternoon. As far as rain this weekend, I think we're going to stay dry. The GFS would suggest that there is some sort of little feature in here Sunday, but I'm not sure if I buy that yet. I think Sunday overall is going to be still a pretty nice day. Shower and thunderstorm chances will certainly increase as we head into next week. Our next front coming into that warm air mass on Monday with perhaps a shower and a thunderstorm around. All right, the longer range looks kind of like this. Here's the 8 to 16 day outlook. I think next week starts warm and then gradually starts to cool towards the end of the week. So that means that overall the 8 to 16 day period here will be probably close to average, maybe a shade below, but closer to average certainly than the pattern we're in right now. So next week starts warm, maybe ends a little cool, ends up being kind of a wash, if you will, in that 8 to 16 day period. As far as May, here's the latest climate forecast system outlook for the entire month. I showed you this last week, and it hasn't really changed since last week. I think we're still looking at a lot of warmer than average weather for the lower 48 during May. Could be some exceptions down in the deep south, but here around the Ohio and Shenango and Mahoning valleys, odds are favoring a warmer than average May. Now, does it look like a hot May? Does it look like it's going to be a really, really warm May? Maybe not, but warmer than average is looking pretty likely, I think, for May. Sure, there's going to be some chilly days, but the warmer days compared to average should outnumber them. Well, thank you for tuning in to the Monday night weather for Weather Geeks. These videos, I've shifted them towards the evening, Monday through Thursday, because I think more people are online at this time of the day. On Fridays, I'm doing it in the afternoon. So that's kind of when you can look for them on Facebook and on Twitter, on my weather blog, ericwfmj.com, and of course the WFMJ weather page. It's wfmj.com/weather. Have a great Monday night. I'll see you tomorrow.